be 4 competitors there, but there won't be that many flags. Up they go, the dive for the flag. Manly competitor North Cronulla also diving in there. We'll see who comes up with it. So that competitor there is Bill McKechnie. He's missed out from North Burleigh. Here's a replay.
Pushing and shoving there. McKechnie's just lost it. You've got to get your shoulders in front, get that dive in. It's a lost cause for Billy at that point. You can see as they come up again, it's just reaction, shoulders in front.
Jamie Arnold now from the Manly Club in the light blue cap. He's going to be one of the favourites, and he moves his body, gets himself into a perfect position every time.
Yeah, it's a great competition. It's designed, really, for the local lifesaver to hone his skills of getting up, getting the reel, getting into the belt in the old days. And, of course, now, still used a lot, though, just to keep sharp on the beach. The concentration, the intensity of this competition is quite incredible.
It is, Dale. It's all about concentration. It's all about reactions. And what you'll see the guys doing now, brushing the sand aside, what they're doing is just the sand smooth in front of them. They have to lie with their hand on the chin, whistle and go.
So 3 competitors left in the competition now, but only 2 sticks, you see. Why they're called flags, I'm not sure. We'll call them flags, but they do look like sticks, don't they? And, of course, they've been placed there now. They don't know where they are. They're not allowed to look. There's a little sneaky look there from the Manly competitor. If the judges think that he has seen where the flag is, they will be moved.
The idea, Darryl, is that the flags are basically positioned in the centre of, or either side of the fellow in the middle. He's got a bit of an advantage in that he can go either way. As we see from the bottom of the screen, or top of the screen, that's Damian Bulian from North Cronulla. In the middle, Jamie Arnold, and on the right, Peter Roberts.
Roberts from Marcoola in Queensland. Interesting too, these competitors, they're going for a gold medal that is just the same size, shape and colour as the one that Hendy's going for in the Ironman.
Oh, no doubt about that. I mean, the competition, they start with hundreds of competitors, and they've come down to the elite. And these are the fellows that are the quickest. They have the best reflexes, and they train very hard for this. You'll often see it at your local beach of an afternoon where exactly this is happening in training. The Manly competitor gets up pretty well. He'll get a stick, no doubt about that. Who misses out from North Cronulla? That's a bit of a turn-up, I would think. Damian Bulian missing out. Very disappointed.
Been a great final. You watch these two go now, and Arnold goes well, but Marcoola on the orange cap, by the time they get the flags, is right up with him. So when we get down to the last 2, this is going to be really something else.
You can see the big push and shove, heave-ho. First in, best dressed here. Shoulders in front are the winners. He's given up. He's seen that they've got the shoulders in front. These 2 guys are going to fight out. It's going to be one hell of a battle.
Okay, so we've got Roberts now, and he'll take on Arnold from Manly. Roberts from Marcoo in Queensland. Manly, of course, the Sydney club, just a few headlands away, looking the direction we're looking at there. Down toward the beautiful stretch of beach of Manly, and a very famous club.
Jamie Arnold trained with and is trained by a fellow that's won a hell of a lot of these by the name of Michael Jones from Redhead. Jonesy has taught this guy everything he knows.
So both competitors now being briefed by the official and letting them know exactly what they've got to do. And he's obviously saying, I don't want too much push and shove. And he's saying, but I did push and shove him. Oh, it's okay. No,
Darryl, I would say he may be in the process of maybe a disqualification for that pushing that we showed before.
Well,
I would say he may well have been disqualified. You can see Roberts is walking away, maintaining.
Well, I think you're right.
He's been disqualified.
Well, I mean, honestly, I've got to disagree with that. That's part and parcel of this competition.
Well, if we can get a chance to look at it, what we'll see, there's the club president, David Pullinger from Manly. The crowd, they're not too happy with it. If there's pushing and shoving to the point of interfering with another competitor, that is a disqualification.
Well, I'm with the crowd on this. I mean, maybe the replay will show me differently. Let's have a look. Here's the head-on shot. There's the push and there's the shove. Gee whiz, I reckon that's part of the event as far as I'm concerned. Well,
it becomes a case. It's a fairly fine line. There is a judge. There are specific judges allocated to that position. This is causing a lot of concern here, but there's a judge of fact. Their decision is final. Physically grabbing and pushing aside, and he gave up after that. That's led to this going on now.
Well, it could have been a little bit of showmanship with stopping too, just quietly. But anyway, that's not up to us to adjudicate. People on the beach are being well looked after to do that. But Arnold, who was the favourite to take it out, is really upset. You can see that.
An interesting thing, Darryl, the last World Championships in Germany just 18 months ago, the same thing happened to Arnold, where he was pushed and shoved out by another competitor. So he perhaps might want to reflect back to what the occasion was there.
But I'm just saying, I think that's part and parcel of the event. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a flags final when there hasn't been a little push and bump and shove. I mean, that's the whole idea of getting up and maybe putting a competitor off. Obviously, if he's held him back and it makes it impossible for him to be competitive, that's a different story. I'm not quite sure that was the case.
No, I think you're right. I thought, you know, coming up, it's a pretty fine line. But as you say, Rick Mitchell, the beach referee down there, he's a very experienced man. Be that as it may, we've now got another final on our hands. We've got Bulian from North Cronulla and Peter Roberts from Markoola in the orange cap. And I'm going to back Roberts to win this one. I think he's quicker off the beach than the North Cronulla boy.
What it'll come down to, really, the winner will be the fellow that gets his shoulder in front after they turn. They'll turn together. They're still bluing here.
Yeah, they're still arguing. It's not set who's going to make the final.
Darryl, the clincher here is whether it was interference that was caused. If it's interference with another competitor, and you can see he is, that's the end of his season, and I really can't see it going too much further than that.
Well, Jamie Arnold, very disappointed there.
Now, let's have a look at this again. Let's have a look as he gets up. Now, there is the bump. Now, all right, the North Cronulla competitor, to my mind there, is still in the event. He's now backed off because of the angle. I don't know. Well, I mean, I'm not the judge, and I guess I shouldn't say it, but I've seen things like that happen in all the years I've watched these events.
There did seem to be, from Arnold's right arm, a definite movement outwards in front of that guy, but it's fine line. It's hard to tell from here.
Hairline.
Well, I would say his carnival's over. And what Peter Roberts is doing, it is not bothering him in the least. He's not looking at it. He's just concentrating. There's one very distressed lifesaver.
Well, they've got to get on with it. I mean, you either make the decision the guy's in or out. It's as simple as that. We can't go on for hours worrying about it. I mean, he's got to make a decision, say, yes, you're out, or yes, you're in. I mean, it's as simple as that. But we're talking about gold and silver and bronze medals, and this, the Australian Surf Life-Saving Championships. It really does put the other competitors off. Well, while we're waiting for a decision here, we'll go across down and have a look at the women's board event while we're waiting for the competitors to line up here.